Hi everybody, welcome back to day 11 of our Crafty Advent series. I have the Pink and Main and the Tailored Expressions, and we are just going to go ahead and get started with our day 11 envelope. So far we've gotten some really nice products in both of these calendars. And this is some more card fronts. And these are a dot pattern. The ones we got the first day were a checked. And these are the small dots. We have green, orange, a pale blue, a pale orange, more of a dark peach color, a dark pink, sort of a, this is not a sage color, but almost. Then a really pretty sort of butter yellow and a light pink. It's much lighter than it looks like with my lighting here. So that's our day 11 from Pink and Main. And this almost makes me think it's a stamp set, but I'm not sure. Oh no, this is Express It. So I'm thinking this is a double-sided tape. Let's see here. Well, that side's sticky, but I don't know. I don't know what this is. I will have to look this up. Let's look it up on my phone because I want to find out. So let's see. Adhesives and tapes, double-sided, high-tack, and foam tapes. So I'm still thinking this is some sort of double-sided tape, but how do you get the, because this backing, of course, that's just the backing. It is not sticky. but I can't tell that there's a release. On here, it's like, oh, I'll tell you what, I have some scraps here somewhere, and we are going to test this out because now I want to know. So I'm going to cut a piece of it off. And some of you may already be familiar with what this is. Okay, now this is coming off. Yes, this is a double-sided adhesive. That's exactly what that is. So, what are we going to use today? I tell you, let's go over some of the products we've gotten so far. How about that? And we will decide the first day with Tailored Expressions. We got these snowman dies. They make 2 different snowmen. Let's not be dropping and losing pieces. And let me see, I did make a couple of cards with these snowmen. Where'd you go? No piece escaping. Let's see. So here's the snowman cards I made. Day 2, we got, day 2, we got the snowflake dies. You can see I cut out some extras. So I actually have one over here. That's what we got day 2. And I made this snowflake card. It's beautiful too. Prettier in person than it is on camera. Day 3, I think these were, so these are spinners and sliders. So you have some with a little, well, let's take these out of the package. So, yeah. These with the little dot in the center, focus camera, dot in the center, those are spinners to make stuff spin around. These with the slot are sliders, and Those ones slide back and forth on a track, I believe. I think that's the difference between these. Yes, the rectangular center slides, and the circle center spins around. Oops, and I tell you what, I'm going to set one of these sliders out because I think I'm going to use those today to make a card. Okay, day 4. This is the die that makes the slot, the track, for your spinner or slider. So we are going to keep this envelope out because that's what I'm going to do today. Oh, day 5 was the shimmer. And this stuff was really nice to put shimmer on anything. It says it's designed to add translucent shimmer to any color when combined with our liquid watercolors. Although I'm wondering if you could also just use this and sort of paint it on by itself. But I have not had time to experiment with that yet. Day 6, I have not used this yet because I'm saving it till closer to Christmas. We got a bag of popcorn and a cinnamon popcorn recipe, which I'm actually going to try. And there is the recipe. So this one really tickled me. And I'm for sure going to use it. Day 7, we got this tag die. Oh, getting ahead of myself too. Let's see, day 7. I used the tag die in this project. Day 8, I have not used these yet. This is a little strip. These are 4 inches, so they just fit across like a 4-inch card front. And you get these, you get a plain and a stitched of the same width. I think they're 1/4 and 1/8 inch, yes. So the bigger ones are 1/4 inch and the smaller ones are 1/8 inch strips. To make your own, and I wonder, of course I cut a little piece out of that one. Nope, these are not 4 inches. You could put a piece of double-sided adhesive on your cardstock before you cut it out and have strips ready to take off the backing and have sticky strips to put on your card. Day 9, oh, day 9 were these stars, which I used on a big tag, Stars and Hearts. I love that funky shape of these stars. So those are super cute. Let's see, let me just pull them out in case anybody hasn't seen them. And you get 3 sizes of each one. And there's the heart. And I cut out several of those to have ready to go. And then day 10, we got this twine for cards. I like that. I don't think I have any twine like this, and I don't think I have any dark green either, so that'll come in handy. So that was all, that's what we have gotten so far out of our Tailored Expressions. So let me do that. And then we'll show you what we've got. Pink and Main. We got these real pretty card fronts, and I'm dropping things everywhere. Very pretty. Plaids and checks. And I have used one of those on a card. That was day 1. Day 2 was this beautiful sunflower stamp set. There we go. Really pretty, and we made a card. We made a card with that. It's just a beautiful stamp set, a beautiful image. Nope. Let's not get things mixed up. Day 3, we got these what do you call them? Abstract blobs. I have not used any of these yet, but I really like them. You could probably even stamp one of these floral images on there. Day 4, we got this tulip stamp set. Oh, you can see it's already getting, I may have like used this one for several things. And I also made a card with it. So let's find our tulip. There's our tulip. There's another one of those card fronts, the pattern paper. Day 5, we got this stencil. I kind of think this is one of those that go in one of those stencil tools, and that's what these little oblong holes are up here at the top. I do not have one of those tools, and I'm not going to get one. But you can just tape over those and still use it. And you can leave your panel with a border, or you can cut it down, which is what I did, so that it's going to be like 3 3/4 by 5 inch for this card front. But that is also a very pretty pattern. Day 6, we got this poppy. Another really pretty stamp set. And we made this poppy card. And oh, this is the card we made with the shimmer. Let's see if I can pick up that liquid shimmer. I used it in this watercolor. Come on. I know you can see it on my original video. It is really, really sparkly. Let's see, there's our poppy. Oh, day 7, we got the dies for the sunflower, the tulip, and the poppy in our Pink and Main. And I just used colored pencils and did a quick coloring of that tulip. And we put it on this card. But that was on day 8 when we got this die set. And this has little sentiment banners, or you could actually use these as a little banner at the top of your card or the inside of your card. It's got this square and then this zigzag pattern for the outside. So that's one of the banner dies I used for that sentiment. Got my extra little die cut pieces in there. Our Pink and Main day 9 are these foilable panels for card fronts, and you get the scribbledy looking ones and the ones that look kind of like waves or clouds. And then yesterday we got the rose. We got the rose stamp set. And we did this card. I feel like I'm missing one. Anyway. That's where we are. I thought we had another. Anywho, let me put these away. And I'm going to attempt to make a slider card. I have some of these snowmen. Already cut out and put together. So I think I'm going to grab some pattern paper and we're going to see about making a little snowman slider. I just did it in all colors here. And I have some little extra bodies cut out. So, and I think we're going to use one of these guys. I don't know if we're going to use that. I don't think I'm going to use one of these card fronts today. So let's find, first let me grab some of this glitter paper because we're going to do this card landscape. Hey Kiki, somebody has come to see me because they always do when you're busy. Glitter paper. Got distracted by cats. What you doing? Tell y'all what, I have a mess going here because I'm, of course, doing these cards. I'm trying to get my Christmas cards done. I'm taking part in a tag swap with some friends, so I'm trying to get those done. It's just in cattails or waving paper around here. Let's see. These are some dies I got, gosh, a long time ago from My Favorite Things, which has since gone out of business, which is, it's really sad. We've seen the last few years, so many craft companies have gone out of business. I know Ellen Hudson, would you stop that, you bad cat? The minute my back is turned, it's like having toddlers. Anyway, I think Ellen Hudson, she retired. I think she wanted to move and spend time with her family and her grandchildren, or I should say children and grandchildren. but a lot of companies really struggled during and after COVID. So we have these stitched hills now. And let me try to find, do we want to do that, try to do this on pattern paper, or do I just want to ink blend a white panel? Because that might be easier than trying to find an appropriate pattern paper, because I have to go through like 5,000 different pattern paper pads. I do have this from paper from Bitty Penny, and I think it's got some snowy Kiki, I love you, but I might have to make you move. Ah, yes. So I think if we just cut one of these panels, I think that's going to be perfect. That's a little, that pattern's a little bit big. So let's see, Bitty Penny to the rescue. So we're going to cut this down. I'm just going to cut it right at 4. Or do we want to mat this? No, because we're doing that slider. I'm just going to make it as simple on myself as I can. That's still going to have to be just a hair less than 4. So I'll make it a hair less than 5 1/4. And we're not even going to try to hide this mechanism. And I'm wondering if we should only do this like, if we should only do 1. Or, no, that is going to be too wide to do 2. So we're just going to leave this simple and try to get this as much centered as we can. Okay. Let's take this down. And I don't think it matters if this is exact. Come on. I did watch one really simple slider video, and she didn't, there was nothing like to try to hide the track or anything like that. So, and the way this is the way I located it, I'm only going to be able to do one little hill here, but that's fine. So let's put our hill on here first and get it glued down. And if, you are in the way, ma'am, you are. You're in everybody's way. She's like, I don't care. They get fed usually between 4:30 and 5, because I don't like to feed them until 5 or a little after, because that's when I get home from work. But if my husband's home, he can't stand it. He has to feed them early. So I think the way this does is this thing. Okay. So you just put one side in that slot, then the other one, and then it just goes back and forth. And I don't know if it matters. I really don't get what the little... I don't know if it matters which side. See, that side has the little slot on there. And this one's solid. I would think you put your little die cut on that side. And we are going to use the blue guy. I didn't put the little pieces on his glove, so we're going to do that. How could I not put those on there? Oh, I didn't put them on any of them. That is so crazy. I'm pretty sure they came in the envelope. That's what those are. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a piece of this glitter cardstock, and I'm going to put their little cuffs for their mittens on. Well, I'm going to put his on anyway. Okay. Come here. Right back in the envelope. I was sure I had them. I wonder if they're... Who knows? So let's... That way. Let's put... Get this finer tip out and use it. Put a little bit of glue on here. And get his little mitten finished. And we'll do this little mitten. Come on. It would have been easier to do if I had done it before he was all put together. And I'm guessing that then we just, okay, I'm going to put a little piece of double-sided tape on here to stick him to the little mechanism. So let's just cut. How big a piece do we need? That whole square is going to be too big. Although we can fold it over on itself. So now let's see if we can get this. Come on. Put that sticky on there. And let me burnish that down just a little bit. It will make me feel better. Grab one of my bone folders here. Make sure we have really good contact with that little plastic piece. Wow, and that came right off when I burnished it. And then this is hanging over just the tiniest bit down there. I'm going to put a tiny spot of glue try to get him situated on there. Is he? He is stuck down, isn't he? Look at that. Well, nope, he is not stuck down on there. Okay, let's try this again. That's pretty sticky. We are going to have to, and I'm wondering, this is going, so if I do this slider that doesn't spin, this is going to make him go this way. So give me just a second. Let's try the spinner. I think the spinner is what we want for 1-11, 4, and we want day 3. Because I think we want it to like turn as he goes. So we'll find out. Like I said, I've never done a slider before. So let's, and I don't know the difference really between the two. So let's try this again. We're going to get a little piece of tape. There, you just fold over a corner. That does come up easily. And then again, let's burnish this down. Okay. Put this down here. Let's put, I'm going to put a block on him for a second and see if we can get him to stick down. While I grab, because I'm going to have to put this on foam tape and put it on another on a background. And I think I'm going to do a blue. I have so much colored cardstock. It is not funny. And we are going to do, because I'm going to let this have a border. Just a small, it should have a small border. So is this guy going to stick? Yes. Don't do that. So now, yes, now it's not wanting to turn him sideways. And he does kind of spin around, but hey. I kind of like that. That is so cute. Look at him. And he can wave. Anyway, let me quit playing with him and put him together. Foam tape. I need my thicker foam tape, not this thin stuff. So let's see here. Let's just peel some off and get started. So y'all can like hopefully learn from my mistakes here. And making my very first slider card. You don't want to get your foam tape up so close to this that it interferes with your mechanism. I mean, you'd have to get it really close to do that, but still. And it could be you could still use that slider mechanism, but when I tried it, it was like it was wanting to go sideways because it didn't turn any. And this isn't like a shaker card, so you don't have to worry about any gaps. I just don't want it to get smashed down in the center. So I want to have enough foam tape that it doesn't mash in. So I have learned something today, and I hope y'all enjoyed seeing how this came together. See, I'm going to put some more pieces on here. Because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Oh, I hear my husband getting up. He might get called out to work. He has to drive. And I sure have plenty of foam tape, I'm telling you. That might be a little close. We want our mechanism to keep on working here. That's so cute. And, oh, yeah, card base. Oh, gotta put him on here first. That's really not quite enough of a border, so let me what did I cut this down to? Well, it's less than 5 1/4. Let me make that more than 5 1/4. So I'm gonna do just shy of 4 1/4 and just shy of 5 1/2. There we go. Yep, that's what we need. So it's got just a tiny bit of border on here. I kind of don't like how he's spinning around, but this one, and we could try this again with this other one. But it was like it just wanted to see, but it should have gone just like that without spinning. You would think. Right? We're going to try this again. So I am going to just pop this out of here. It's easy to pop it out, pop it back in. I'm going to pop this sucker back in here. Hey, cut it out. Stop it. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're good. Even though he spins around. We're just going to leave him as is. Somebody who's more experienced in these can tell me exactly how to work one of these things. And if you have the Tailored Expressions, they were supposed to have a launch party, but it comes on while their launch parties come on while I'm at work, and I haven't had a chance to. I don't know if she put it up on her channel. Did I get all of these? Nope. Let's put some glue on here because I am certain I'm not going to get this thing down on here straight the first time. Please. I'm going to need a little wiggle room here, hopefully. This will give me enough room to move this around if I need to. on here straight. And here's our little snowman. Is that not the cutest thing? So this is going to one of my grandchildren. That is so cute. It seems like it would be also be beneficial to have some sort of little mechanism to hold on to make it slide better. So, but I'm really liking that. We'll use that other one on a different card. And I guess if it was going straight across, back and forth, then you would want the other one. I guess you could do like a pull mechanism in your card for the other slider. So anyway, let's get him put down on here. My grandkids are getting so old. The youngest one is going to be 10 this coming, no, he's going to be 11 this coming year. He's already 10. Good grief, time flies. So anyway, here's our spinning, sliding snowman. And all I can say is, if I haven't taught you the proper way to make a slider card, at least you have a starting point. It's like, don't do what I did. But anyway, 3, 4. I need detailed instructions. But it's so cute. So stinking cute. Actually, just the snowman card like this is really cute. But then when you add that slider element, and I may put something on here. I kind of wish I had kept the little slider mechanism here, because I'm wondering if I could make a little, you know, like a little handle for him. I bet you I could. And say pull on it. know something? We're just going to do it this way. And I have a stamp set somewhere that has all the little pull and push sentiments on it. This one, I have another one too, but this one is from Pear Blossom Press. And it has all the things. And we are going to stamp this with a little pull. Let's see here. There we go. Clean that off in a second. And we're going to use yet another tiny piece of this double-sided tape. We are going to put it on top of this because this is the part we want to stick to our snowman. And make sure there's none hanging over because you don't want it to stick down there and then that would keep him from moving. So we're just going to put this right here and hope this will work. And then you have a little handle. That having that little tab makes it a little bit easier. Yep. That makes it easier to pull it back and forth. And actually, he will fit right under there. So there's our snowman card. I actually enjoyed that. It was a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but we got through it and, you know, nothing blew up or no tragedies occurred in the making of this card. And I hope you like that. I think I have a Merriest Wishes that I think I will put on here in a cute little font. So I have all my stuff is piled up here. There we go. I think I'll put this little Merriest Wishes on here. trying to channel my inner Bitty Penny here and just go for it. Just cut this out and not stress. Over not using my paper trimmer. We're going to put it down here on the snow where it doesn't interfere with our snowman. And there he is. I'm not going to put any gems. I don't want anything to get in the way of him going back and forth across the card. I hope you enjoyed it today. I really did. I feel extremely accomplished now. And I appreciate you all for sticking with me. Oh, I had the biggest mess on my desk. And I'll clean that up. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.